What's up, people? Just woke up. Went to sleep at like 9 yesterday. The funny thing about the tequila hangover, it hit me right after dinner. It was like a delayed 12-hour slap in the face. But I did go to sleep pretty early. And now, just let me address a few things that we want to get to. I did a video, I never even put it up after the third video. You want to see how my luck is just absolutely the lowest there is. All right, my thoughts aren't clicking yet. Let's take a look. I don't know if you can do this yet now, okay? The number 43, it follows me around. Everywhere I look, I see the number 43. If you watch television and they throw out numbers indiscriminately, it's always 43. It's room number 43. Everywhere I go, 43 is everywhere I go. If you look at my channel, the channel's name is Thanos 43. If anybody wants to know why, okay, Thanos is a character in the Marvel comic. He's a Marvel comic villain who fucked up the entire Marvel universe by snapping his finger after getting the Infinity Gauntlet. He was able to kill Thor and the Hulk and Spider-Man and all those guys. Silver Surfer thwarted them all, destroyed universes, killed billions of people. This is my hero. I love Thanos, but he also has a conscience, and every once in a while he gets lonely, and he thinks to himself, is this what I really want to be doing, all this killing? Because he fell in love with death, the embodiment, this woman that he believed was the embodiment of death, and he wanted to impress her by just killing billions of people. And this is the character that I love. This is Thanos. So, for everybody out there that doesn't understand, my name is not Thanos. I am not Greek. And the number 43 after Thanos 43 is just because 43 follows me everywhere. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. To this point where I think there's some sort of significance in my life to number 43. I think I may perish at the age of 43. That's why I'm living the way I live. I'm rocking and rolling. And that year, when I turn 43, we're going to have the biggest party known to man. I'm going to invite all of you people. And hopefully I have a couple of $1 million, or my goal is $43 million, obviously. And I'll fly all you assholes out here. We'll all just party the fuck out of it. So back to 43. 43, right? So the market's crashing. I have got some naked puts out there. So where do I put my stop losses? 43. I'm not even thinking they get there, some of these things. So I put a stop loss at 43 on one of these tickets that I have that are expiring today. And look, and even though the futures are gapping down, I had naked $50 puts that I sold, I think, at a dime. 3 weeks ago. Just 15 of them. Just to have that out there. I figured, hey, if you're going to give me a dime, I'll take the $150. I have shit spread out all over the place. It's stupid, I know. But I had a 43-cent stop loss in. Take a look at the print from yesterday, the high and the low. If you think about it, it was the sickest trade ever. If you actually went against me, you could have bought them yesterday at 8 cents and sold them to me at 43 cents. So I'm the low print of the universe, 43. Just those are the things that happened to me. Those are the things that happened to me. All right, and I know at least I wasn't the only ticket getting printed at 43. So there are a couple of schmucks out there that got in at that price. But hey, listen, if you bought them at 43, possibly, and you just weren't covering a short like I was, you might be making money today because we're about to roll over and test the lows from the previous scariness. So what I want to do is, right now I know I got a lot of new subscribers and people don't know really how to appreciate me. And at 4 minutes, maybe you're already bored. Like,
why is this guy even talking about? I thought this guy talks about stocks. This guy's a fucking idiot. He can't handle his tequila.
Don't ever doubt my drinking ability, okay? Ever. But I want to address somebody that has now joined our family. We're going to call him Forples. 4PPLES. He wrote a couple of different stories to us. He said, hey man, love the passion and the humor in your vids. Found out about you through our new guy, H1 Incorporated, which I got to start diving into your vids, dude. This guy's cutting up my vids and I'll put the link later on because I'm planning on going live later, and I'll send me an email to jeffersonhitthebid.com. I'll send you the little link to get to me live. We'll see if this thing works today. I could broadcast live. I talk all day, tell you what I'm doing. We shoot the shit. We have a good time. But in this video, I have to disagree with you wholeheartedly. He says I'm basically bashing him and others that actually have enough balls to hold overnight and take advantage of the gaps. Because I was complaining in the last video about how the gap should be outlawed, and gapping up and the gapping down. Not to mention taking further advantage in the morning when the shorts need to cover and or the fear of the sheeple. Outlawed. It's bullshit legislation. Laughing out loud. Like I said, I love the humor in your vids. Let me address this right now, and I appreciate you joining, and I appreciate all my new subscribers. Love the gaps. I love the gaps. I'm speaking for the common man, the $5,000 guy who is instructed to go to cash every day. He's forced to go to cash. This guy, and I know you go on and you pretty much address the main thing because you said later on, you feel my pain because I need to vent after missing an opportunity. Yes. Let me explain. Let me just take the example of exactly what happened to me. I would have loved to add, first of all, the market's gapping down today, right? I'm still short, and I take overnights all the time. I mean, I'm in mostly cash right now, but my options positions are all going to be participating in the gap today, which is fine. It's fine with me. I wouldn't suggest that you take real positions overnight. At least you know your loss with options. Sorry, my brain's not click completely right now, but moral of the program, I'm one of you. I love a gap. I love me some gaps. You know why? Because I'm so stupid, and if the stock market gaps in my favor, it gives me less of an opportunity to fuck that trade up. Like when Akamai was gapping, this is another Akamai trade, not the last one, but when it gapped up 7 points and I had options that were going to be 7 points in the money, if Akamai only gapped up 2, you know I would have been selling those options right at the open, taking that money, because it gapped up 7 points. I made that much more money because I still sold at the open. And I love a gap because then you could play the fades. What I'm speaking of is the $5,000 guy who's shorting Priceline. He's shorting 100 shares, okay? Or maybe he's shorting 10 shares, okay? And he gets squeezed and he loses 5 points. And the next day this thing's gapping down 15. So not only does he piss that, I just lost that money, now here it is gapping down 15, but when a stock gaps down 10 or 15 points or 2%, 5%, US Steel, whatever the stock is, you get mentally disturbed by that. And that's what I'm going to try to teach people, how to get over that immediate feeling that, you've just missed the opportunity. Because there are so many more opportunities, obviously. Look at today. If you just joined the business, you might have missed yesterday, but now we're going to have today. You know there's going to be some shit today. But what I'm trying to say is, so now you lost money on the Priceline short, and the next morning, so let's say at the close, you're getting forced out of this trade. You're like, you got to cover. You're not allowed to hold it overnight. So then that next day, the stock gaps down. So you can't even fathom trading this stock right now because you lost money on it the day before. Then it gaps down in your face to rub it in your face. Yeah, you didn't even have to take that loss. You didn't have to take that loss. Look at all this money you could have made. And now you're thinking, I'm not going to short it now because that's just revenge trading. I'm not going to short it now because I missed the opportunity. I'm not going to short it now because I'm going to watch to see if it tries to close that gap, and then I'll short it. And then what happens? It just opens down 15 and shits the bed and goes down another 20, and you're sitting there in misery complaining about the gaps. So I represent everybody. Every situation's different, obviously. Right now, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going out there and I'm looking at $47 puts on the Qs. So if Monday morning the NASDAQ futures are down 115, I'm going to be walking around with the biggest erection, loving the gaps, looking to take my big hog and put it inside a gap somewhere. That's what I'm going to be doing. Because right now, the Qs is what's basically all I follow. The Baidu indicator and the Google. I'm a tech guy. I've always been a tech guy. And I watch some financials, but what's the point anymore? And I watch everything. But the Qs, when I said the market might sell off, 54 was our first possible retracement. And I said if we broke 54, where we were going to go? We were going to go to 49. We're still not there yet. So what I'm thinking, we're going to go to 49. And if we break 49, we're going to 47 and then 46. And then if things get really hairy, who knows, kids? Who knows? The Qs were at 25, people. Remember that? Remember the Qs at 25? Remember the Qs at 25? You remember? Golami. Dominic De Coco. Antonio Margarete. Golami. The Qs were at 25. Remember April 2002? When I made all that money because my son was born? And we were right in the middle of shock and awe? And I love me some bombs going off. I love me some terrorists getting blown up. Back when America was doing the right thing, just using remote controls, sitting in front of a TV and bombing people. Not sending our kids into caves, knocking down doors and going door to door when you don't know what's behind that door and there could be 3 guys wearing turbans ready to shoot us. No. Use your Atari joystick and just shoot people. From your comfort of your nice air-conditioned thousands and thousands of miles away. Shooting indiscriminately, that's what we do. We drop bombs. That's what we do. We built all this stuff. We're going to use it. Pull the troops home. Bring us home, Ron Paul. Got a Ron Paul plug in there, right? Anyone who's for pulling all troops out of everywhere, that's who I'm voting for. Because at this point, we need to admit that it's not working. Realize we still have troops in Japan and Germany, Philippines. They're all over the place. Bring them on home. Let these people figure out what they're going to do on their own. And you know what? When they come crawling back to us, ooh, we need some help. You know what? Go get the help from the French. Go get the help from some of these European countries. Go get some help from all the other countries that think that they are helping you. Go get some other help from the countries that tell us that we shouldn't be the policemen of the world. Because we're the only superpower left. Anyway. We're going to have a lot of fun today. But this is going out to everybody else. We're all about trying to make some money. We're all about trying to, we got to make some money out of this. That's the main thing. Because we've got other things to worry about. Our families. Stuff that we need to buy. And obviously we really don't want America to crumble. I mean, some of you guys do. Some men just want to see the world burn. I was like that. But now I can't. I mean, I'm training my kids to fight. Hand-to-hand combat. Got my kid a knife already. Face paint. I'm teaching my kid, how to kill. I'm showing him how to hit, to kill at this point. Solar plexus, nose. All you need to know. Elbows, roundhouses, violent stuff. And my kid's not a violent guy. And I'm telling him, listen, this is the way it's going to be in a new America. Maybe I'm just disturbing him because he just wants to play wiffle ball with me and I'm just teaching him UFC moves. And my little girl, she's already ready to rock and kick somebody's ass. And I just am cleaning weapons. I mean, between me and my father-in-law, we've got an arsenal, so come and get some of this. But I really need to go out there because I want to get a license. I want to be able to strap. And I want to strap with... I've always wanted to have the old West. I want a gun that I could spin. I want to walk around like the old West. Somebody crossed me, we go out in the street and we settle it like men. The faster you are, the longer you live. Alright, on that note, the faster you are, the longer you live is what's going to be taking place today. So, 15 minutes, geez, I could go on forever. Thank you to all you new subscribers. I love you all, man. Yeah!
I would much prefer Krull.